Hey guys, it's the same man back with another video, and today it's going to be my personal top 10 games on the PS4 so far. Um, I'm gonna say that, I don't know, games do include all the way up till this point, so even games that just came out, say, a few weeks ago or something, do count, but nothing in advance. So, let's just jump right into it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the top 10 in my opinion, and then I'm going to say a little bit about it. So at number 10, it's Final Fantasy 15. I don't know, if you're new to this franchise, it's actually pretty good to start here, because it's a whole new thing. But at the same time, if you're a hardcore RPG fan and you've played Final Fantasy for years, like me, then it's still a great one to continue on to. So, top 10. I didn't know what else to put there. Pretty great game. Pretty great game. If you like RPGs and Japanese RPGs too, then, definitely check out Final Fantasy. I'm sure most of you have. At number 9, a little bit older game, but still one of my favorites. It's Wolfenstein: The New Order. I love Wolfenstein. This is not my favorite one, but it's still really good. Really great add-on to the PS4. I mean, you gotta have. I feel like when you have a new system, I feel like you gotta have Wolfenstein. Bethesda does really good with those games. Keeping really great story. It's a great shooter, great futuristic shooter too. So yeah, that's my number 9. Number 8 is gonna be The Order 1886. Great exclusive to the PS4. It's a totally new thing. It's ready at dawn. So if you're familiar with God of War, it's not like God of War at all, but it's the same company. So that's kind of what interested me. I really like Ready at Dawn for God of War, so I wanted to check it out. I like that. Age of like that 1800s were pretty cool. But that if you play that game, it's actually kind of unrealistic. Just because some of the guns and everything you can do, it's 1800s could not handle it. But made a great game out of it. So that's my number 8. Number 7, it's Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I don't know. This is my favorite so far in the system. A lot of people probably disagree, but out of all of them, like Call of Duty Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, stuff like that, I think this one is the best one. I've liked the Black Ops series since the beginning, like 5-6 years ago when Black Ops 1 came out, so it's been great. It's not as great as 2 or even 1, but it's still better than all the other ones on the PS4 in my opinion. So yeah, that's my number 7. Number 6, that will be the show 16. I know 17's right around the corner, but this one is really good. They updated the road to the show with their new slow-mo and all that, their new thing, in road to the show and all that. So yeah, and Diamond Dynasty, they made it a lot better with the player choosing and all that stuff. Yeah, it's just all around the best baseball game yet until 17. So that's really all I can say about that. Number 5, it's probably a shock. This game just came out, but it's Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I haven't finished this game yet, but I'm more than halfway through, and I'm loving it so much. But at the same time, if you're a true Resident Evil fan, it could be a little bit heartbreaking because 7 is nothing like any of the other ones. So you could say Resident Evil is dying slowly, but at the same time, it could be, a whole new chapter of Resident Evil. But there's just no Chris, no Claire, no Jill, no Leon, no Barry. There's no real characters. Even Revelations did that, and that game was totally different too. But yeah, that's number 5 for me. Very good game. Check it out for sure. All right, number 4. Love these games. It's a reboot, but at the same time they made some changes, so it's pretty much new. So Ratchet and Clank, and love what they did. It looks absolutely amazing, especially since they remastered it. I can't even say it as remastered, like how they said it's a reboot, because it's a totally different game. Like, it's supposed to be like the first one, which most of it is, but most of the guns are different. Obviously the scenery, the graphics are like 30, 50 times better. It looks so good. But yeah, overall, it's not the best Ratchet and Clank yet, but it's one of my favorites for sure. Number 3. This is by far one of my favorites on the system. I love this genre of games, and they just did really good. It's Until Dawn. I was a little shocked when I heard about this new genre, because it is a horror game, survival horror game, but at the same time they were making it more like a movie and like Telltale combined, if you know what I'm saying, like the Telltale games. But when it came out, I played it first day. Absolutely amazing. For sure one of the best on the system, and one of the best survival horror games to date, in my opinion. It's very good. Graphics are great, the storyline is great. There's so many different, like, anything you do, it can be changed, like, I think 3 to 4 different times. So you can play the game 4 or 5 different times, and it will be different every time. Probably even more than that. So if you like horror, if you like how you have to make decisions like a Telltale game, for sure check that out. It's so good. And for my last 2, and number 2, it's Destiny. And I know people are probably like, what the heck, this game came out like 3 years ago, but people say that the DLCs kind of were not doing well until Taken King, and even this new one is not that good. But in my opinion, I think each DLC made it better and better. And I love RPGs. I love shooters, first-person shooters to be specific. Put them together. I mean, and it's in space too. It's pretty awesome atmosphere. I mean, can't really get much better in my opinion. The great RPG system, like with the, leveling up, and then the light levels and all that stuff with the new guns, the Crucible to the Vanguard. I feel like it just can't get old. Even when you hit the highest 400 light, there's still so much you can do. So check it out if you like RPGs or shooters. It's so good. And I don't think this is probably a shock to anyone. I mean, unless if you don't like these games, but I don't understand why. But at number 1, and this is for sure my number 1 on this system so far, Uncharted 4. I really don't have to say anything else. I literally can just say Uncharted 4 and be done. But for the longest time, out of the 3 of them, until 4 came out, 2 was my favorite. And I'm still debating if 2 is still my favorite, but I think 4 beat it just by a little bit. The storyline, I feel like, is just a little bit better. Meeting your brother and all that, finding your brother after all that. Graphics were phenomenal. They were just so good. The gameplay was amazing. Everything was so good. Everything was perfect. That was probably one of the most perfect games of 2016 for sure. Overwatch won Game of the Year. I don't think that it didn't make my list, obviously. I don't think it's that good. I like multiplayer, but I don't know. It's a great multiplayer game, but in the games I like to play, it has to have some kind of story. So, So, all right. thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and leave down in the comments below if you seen any that you didn't, or tell me if I missed any that are your favorites. Thank you again, and subscribe for more. See you later.